It's Sunday, March 15th, 2026, and we got a pretty big severe weather event about to unfold. So I'm going to be talking about what you need to know about this severe weather setup. So let's jump straight into it. Let's start off with today. Okay, Sunday, March 15th. So we got a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk expanding from Florida all the way up towards Michigan. This is level 1 out of 5 green marginal risk, where some scattered severe storms will be a possibility today. This one includes Miami, Jacksonville, Florida, Raleigh, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, up there towards Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Houston, Texas. That's the marginal risk. It also includes Columbus, Ohio. Now, what about the people in the level 2 out of 5 slight risk? Well, this one includes New Orleans, Springfield, and Fort Wayne, Indiana. You guys are in the slight risk for some severe thunderstorms are going to be a possibility today in a few tornadoes. But then we got this enhanced risk, like we're going to have a big damaging wind threat with this. The main threat is going to be damaging winds and stuff like that, but we do got a decent tornado risk for today as well. Enhanced risk down here and enhanced risk up here, so that's that orange. So Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, you guys are inside of the enhanced risk. Bowling Green, Kentucky, you guys are in enhanced risk. Bloomington, Indiana, Indianapolis, you guys are inside of the enhanced risk. But also down here in Dothan and Alabama, as well as Columbus, Georgia, and Montgomery, Alabama, you guys are inside of that enhanced risk down there as well. So we got 2 enhanced risks today. So let's talk about the tornado risk now. You can see here is our tornado risk. This is our tornado risk for today. So you can see we have a 2% tornado risk going from the Florida Panhandle up there towards Indiana, where a tornado or two will be a possibility today. And you might see that tornado hatching right there, that tornado conditional intensity group 1 risk, that like the 5%, the 2%, which is the green, 5%, which is the brown, and 10%, which is the yellow. Those are kind of like the probabilities and stuff. But these tornado conditional intensity group stuff, like if a tornado occurs in here, it's kind of low, but it's a potential for it to be strong. Okay, I'm not saying every tornado is going to be strong, but there's a potential that we could see EF 2 or higher strength. That's what the tornado conditional intensity group 1 risk, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We got that 5% tornado risk going around it, and you can see that we got this 10% tornado risk. So if you're in the 10%, pretty much anywhere in these tornado risks, make sure you have alerts on. So some of these storms will be pretty nocturnal. We even have a 45% wind risk over here, where we can see some damaging winds. I mean, damaging winds is going to be a big threat with this. I mean, it's going to be even windy before this even happens, guys. We even got this 30% wind risk going around it. So winds is definitely going to be a big concern today, so make sure you have alerts on for severe thunderstorms, for any type of weather. That dangerous weather that's going to be happening. Hail, these are going to be the main concerns for hail, which is down here. 15% hail risk down here, and 1 right here. So if you're down there, make sure you park your car in the garage. Hail's also going to be a possibility up here, though, in this brown, and down here in this brown, which is in parts of Florida. Up there towards parts of northern Illinois, could be seeing some hail today in those areas. So that's the hail risk. So please make sure you're staying weather aware today. Let's check out the feature radar so I can show you guys this storm that's coming through. So it will probably start getting its act together around 2 p.m. is when it starts mainly developing, more and stuff. But probably get its act together starting around, the late afternoon. So that's going to be around 4 p.m. is when it should start producing some pretty damaging winds. I'll probably get to Memphis maybe around 8 p.m. But you can see, this is when it starts turning into nighttime. A lot of people will be impacted during the night. So that's why you need to be having alerts on, because these storms can impact these in the nighttime. So if you guys want to know the time of the future radar, it's just right up here. It says the time of the future radar. And then actually behind this line of storms, there might even be some snow, which people might get some snow after this thing passes through. But damaging winds, tornadoes, a few embedded tornadoes is going to be a pretty big concern with this system that comes through. And then look, you might notice it actually gets over here towards the parts of the mid-Atlantic over here. We actually do got a lot of snow behind the system. But once this storm system gets to parts of the mid-Atlantic and the southeast, we have another severe weather threat. Okay, we got another severe weather threat, and that might even be more significant than today's severe weather threat. So we have this level 1 out of 5 marginal risk that goes from Florida. This is for Monday, March 16th. Okay, we got a marginal risk going from Florida all the way up there towards New York. Then we got this slight risk, which is that level 2 out of 5, which that includes Jacksonville. Then we got this enhanced risk. which is level 3 out of 5. That's that orange. But then we also got this level 4 out of 5 at moderate risk, which goes from South Carolina up there towards Washington, D.C. This one includes Raleigh, Richmond, Washington, and those locations, Fayetteville. You guys are in a moderate risk on Monday, March 16th, 2026 for severe weather. So please make sure you stay aware on this day as well, because this could actually be pretty bad. So make sure you have alerts on. I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but this could be a pretty dangerous storm system that comes through over here. So yeah, so let's check out the dew points and stuff right here. So we're going to have this sharp cold front push through. We're going to talk about why this system is happening, okay? So we're going to have that sharp cold front push through. Okay, it's gonna be pretty warm today, okay? It's going to be pretty warm today, Sunday, March 15th, but it's going to get cold after this system passes through, okay, guys? It's going to get cold. It's going to be warm today, then it's going to get cold. But you can see right here, look at this cold front push through. Look at that. And then you can see that all that moisture we have, it actually continues over here. And we're going to have that cold front push through. This is when that severe weather setup is going to be starting to take place on parts of the eastern United States. So this is just to show you like what the cold front is going to look like with this system that comes through. And then behind it, it's going to get pretty cold. So we're going to have all this moisture for the storms to work with. That's going to be pulled up. Okay. So if we do let's check out the surface-based CAPE here. Or we do got some, which CAPE stands for Consecutive Available Potential Energy. We're gonna have some CAPE come up. You know, the reason why like there's a big tornado risk out here is because we have a lot of shear. Okay, we have that shear, low level shear, but we also do got some consecutive available potential energy. You can see it actually comes together over here again on March 16th. So, but you can see that we got CAPE for today as well. So that's the consecutive available potential energy. Then this is the vertical shear, but we'll switch over to significant tornado perimeter here. And then we have some pretty decent. I don't know the significant tornado perimeter levels. I don't know what they are anymore, but I think they're not. We didn't see too much high levels. Like, see, here's our significant tornado perimeter. We don't have too much high levels of them, but you could see we got some, and then we do actually see some. We actually see some pretty decent levels tomorrow, March 16th, though, as well. As you can see, we got some pretty decent levels out there. So just make sure you're having alerts if you live in any of these areas, but that's the significant tornado perimeter. Let's check out Helicity here. Let's see what Helicity is looking at right here. Let's see. Right, here is Helicity. I'm still kind of learning what Helicity is. It's like something about like, let me see. Storm-related rotation is measured. It is a measure of the potential for thunderstorms, hail, and tornadoes. That's what Helicity is. So let's check this out. So like we got a pretty good environment out there for some pretty for some rotating storms out there that could produce a few tornadoes. But like damaging winds is going to be the main threat. Okay, out there, damaging winds is going to be the main threat. And then you can see if you guys wanted to see the storm system right here. And like I said, it's going to be windy before this even happens. Okay, guys, it's going to be windy. I mean, look at this. We're going to have this storm system come through. This is the thing that's going to be causing all that severe weather. We're going to have some of those winds. But this is our system that's going to be causing the severe weather. I mean, look at this big dip right here. So that's the trough. We're going to have that trough come through. And that's going to produce those severe weather chances. So please make sure you're staying weather aware for any of these areas over the next few days. Now, it's not just going to be severe weather, guys. Did you know that? It's not just going to be severe weather. We're also going to have some impacts of a winter storm. Especially up here in this more pink area. We got major impacts of a winter storm possible today, Sunday, March 15th. So please make sure you're staying aware. This is just to give you an idea who might be impacted by this blizzard/winter storm that's coming through. Enhanced to moderate impacts in that purple. So if we push it up to tomorrow, it continues over here in UP and Michigan. I mean, we're going to see a lot of snow over here. So let's switch over to the national blend of models here, so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Because, I mean, we're going to be seeing quite a lot of snow out of this upcoming storm system that's going to come through. So while severe weather's happening, we're going to get snow up here. So here's the total snowfall that is shown here. Look at this, guys. Look how much snow we could be getting. So Marquette, you guys could be getting around 55 inches of snow, just around that, okay? Escanaba, maybe around 41 inches of snow possibly. That's going to be about, like, if you live in any of these areas, this is going to be the area that probably gets the most snow out of this blizzard. It's going to be windy out there too, which is why we got some blizzard warnings in some of those places. So that's just the total snowfall. So we're going to be seeing a lot of snow out of this blizzard/winter storm. So this is probably going to cause some travel concerns out there as well, and stuff like that. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about on the future radar so you guys can see the snow. So here it is. That blue is snow. Someone might end up with some ice though as well. Freezing rain. So you can see that the red is going to be your freezing rain, and then that pink is going to be your sleet, and that blue is going to be your snow. So right here, there's all of that. This is the future radar for this winter storm that's going to come through these areas. I mean, it's then you can see that severe weather that happens on the bottom part of it, but yeah, and you can see we might even have some snow behind it. People might get snow right after the severe weather event passes through. So yeah, it's not just going to be severe weather, it's also going to be a pretty big snow concern, you could say. So yeah, and then we got some warmth that's going to be happening over here in parts of the west. This is going to be some historic warmth that's going to be warm over here. It's going to be way above average. I mean, to the point where it's like kind of crazy, especially in these areas. So it's going to get warm in parts of the western United States, while it's going to get pretty cold over here in the eastern United States. Because this is pretty crazy, guys. It's going to be warm. Let me show you guys it on the GFS temperature anomaly here. Because I'm telling you guys, it's going to get warm over here in parts of the western United States, and parts of the plains too. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So here's all this warmth that's going to be happening today. Then we're going to have that cold front come through. There's all that cold air. Look at this warm air build up over here though. Look at all that warm air. And then because of that warm air, let me show you guys what kind of warnings we got out there. We got some extreme heat watches out there in parts of southern Arizona right now from how warm this is going to be, guys. This is pretty crazy. So make sure you're staying hydrated if you're in any of these areas, and you're checking on your neighbors and everything, because it's going to be pretty warm, guys. So yeah, that's all I got for today's video. Please make sure you're staying weather aware today. You're having alerts on your phone. You're staying tuned to forecasts and everything. But yeah, that's all I got for you in today's video. Make sure to stay tuned, and I might go live today, so stay tuned for that if I can. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.